Testing, testing. Okay. Yeah. So I was coming up with new stuff to do in the coast, and I was looking at adding scorpions that are buried in the ground, and if you walk on them, you'll get poisoned. But the problem is that the letter S is used by so many other things, so many other monsters, that I just can't add scorpion. So what I'll do today is I will just take a look what the game would be like without the ASCII symbols. That means just all sprites. And I have a lot of sprites still lying around for the monsters, so this shouldn't be too hard. I'll just go into the editor. As you can see, there are some monster sprites here, and I'll just go through the monster list here and assign the sprites. So let's look at the wolf. I'm not sure if the wolf is still there. Hey BTN, great game. I've been watching all your streams on YouTube. Thanks, appreciate it. Thank you very much. So the wolf is, so this is a bear. But the wolf has basically the same, but has ears. I don't think this is used. So let's use this. And this is ID, bottom left, 338. And the sprites will be reused, so Jackal and Wolf have the same one. Skeleton, oops. Let me hide this. Skeleton was a bit more difficult, but I remember it was something like a zombie, but just had less parts. Maybe something like this. Well, that's not bad. 353. Then the undead is, so that's the corpse. This is the undead, which may be the wrong way around, but that's okay for now. 368. Then the kobold is, I think it was this one. Let me look over here. Yeah. That's 335. And let's make a larger version of this for the troll. Yeah, maybe not ideal, but good for now. Snake. So the snake is also pretty difficult. to depict in this minimalistic form, but I had it somewhere. So this is a scorpion, so that's pretty good. And the snake, I knew it was curled up on the bottom. So let's just redo it. Can't find it. Let's take the scorpion, and I'm not sure what of this is used, but this, don't think this is used. This is certainly not used. So I think this is too large. Yeah, maybe something like this. So that's 363. Raptor is this one. 359. Yeah. Then spider is up here. The large spider. 97. And the small spider 196. The cocoon is fine. The centipede also not that easy. But this is certainly not used. Don't think I have the centipede. But let's just make it maybe stand up. That doesn't look right. Nope. I mean, centipede is also an enemy that is in the game because of the character limit. Maybe like this. Problem is it's front facing, so maybe if I take the snake and then make it longer. Oh, that's even worse. Maybe if I take this as a starting point. And then give it feet. Also not great. Don't like double lines. But actually I have them everywhere. That doesn't look like centipede. Yeah, that's how it goes with these sprites. They are super limiting, but still better than the characters. Yeah, that could work. Let's just use this. Okay. 3, 5, 6. Then we have the regular. Oh god. Yeah, let's just use the bottom part. Three, 5, 3, 8, 5. Then the bear is here. 3, 3, 4. And the mammoth would just be a bigger bear. Or maybe actually if I add, oh, that's a person. We'll have to do. Dig your game editor is the best seeing a workflow. Thanks. It's pretty rudimentary and has some bugs, but it works. 3, 8, 6. So the robbers. Actually, let me do the hero. And I also forgot of those. Okay, hero is then of course a person, and that's over here. And let's change all of them. Oops. Okay. Deer is this one. 3, 5, 8. Lizard also pretty hard. So this is kind of a sheep, or could be a dog, but there's none of those. So maybe this is a lizard. Until I find something better. 3, 3, 6. Crab. Crab I have over here. Or maybe this one actually. Well, this looks also like a crab. Well, I think, yeah, I think I should change this. This should be a crab, and this should be, those should be the spiders. Maybe. No, let's make this the crab. 192. Okay. What else? Robber is 128, and the bat. Still need the bat. I don't have a bat. Oh, this could be a bat. That's not bad. So 198. I saw here the style a few months ago where the pixel art had rounded corners. Is that something you were trying out but not taking forward? It's just a filter that is in the game, but it's turned off because it doesn't round the corners correctly. It's either too rounded or too sharp, so you can't really see that they're rounded. So I'll have to fix that first before I turn it on again. And then also it probably requires 4K texture support on the GPUs, and I'm not sure everyone has that, especially on older devices or on laptops. Okay, but I think this is it. I hopefully saved that. Did I save that? Did I save that? I think so. The mammoth is there. And yeah, let's just try it out. Okay. Let's jump somewhere and see what happens. Yeah, I need to turn the... Oh, path is on. Okay. So this is the hero. Those are corpses. This is a zombie. And there's a deer. There's a spider over there. And I mean... It kind of loses something. But also... I mean, these... You could argue that the ASCII characters brought with them blanks that you had to fill in with your mind, but I mean, the sprites are super crude as well, so they're not much more descriptive. Well, actually, they help immensely in telling what is what. Look pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll turn the rounding on again. Actually not sure why I haven't worked on that, but it's probably just because I didn't have time. Let me turn this off. Well, also I finished the controls page yesterday, so this is the gamepad menu, and you can move up and down to look at the buttons, and it tells you what they do. And I have a PlayStation controller, so it shows PlayStation buttons, or at least as best as I could represent them. And same for the keyboard. So, I mean, it is what it is. It explains all the controls much better, so that's why I did this. It's a bit harder to get an overview, to learn it initially, because you don't have the layout, controller layout, but I think overall this is pretty important for people to get started. So that's how it looks. Can completely. Why didn't it pick up? Okay. So yeah, I'm actually not sure if I should switch the game to have sprites only. I mean, there are of course upsides to this. It makes the game easier to get into. It allows me to make many more monsters that fit the game and not the alphabet. But it of course also is a radical change. And I will not have a option in the menu. Lost track of time, missed start of stream. Hey Lily, how's it going? I'm trying out the... I removed the ASCII and everything is sprites now. And I don't hate it. And the reason was that I wanted to add scorpions, but the letter S was taken like twice over by other stuff. So I thought I'd give this a try again. Because I've been going back and forth between sprites and letters the entirety of development. That's why I had basically all the sprites still lying around. And yeah, I think this is actually pretty cool. And I mean, I actually can't think of a reason to keep the ASCII other than that it's a bit less descriptive. Very nice. You could always drop people into a small tutorial map where the ground icons are the buttons or something if they were struggling. But what you have is great. If you need some monsters to read better, you could have 2 or 3 frame animation. So bat wings can flap and while spider crawls. Yeah, those are cool ideas. So the tutorial with the buttons on the ground, I actually didn't think of that. That would be pretty cool. If it wasn't that the tutorial is super hard to maintain and also pretty boring to play. So probably no tutorial, but the sprite variations, so small animations, would help me probably someday in distinguishing the monsters better. But right now I think so if the sprites don't solve the problem, then of course I won't change to them. But I mean, I got my scorpion. That's what I wanted. So that would be covered. And yeah, sure. So, well, actually, no, with the, this is 3 by 5 pixels. So there's no way you could animate that with flipbooks. That's just, yeah, that's impossible. But that's okay. Nobody expects that. Let's be fair, what traditional roguelike has a tutorial? Yeah. That's probably... yeah, I think the reason is it's just too hard to maintain. Amazing what you've done with 3 by 5. Thanks. It's just trial and error over and over again. So yeah, I think I need... so what I would want is... for someone to tell me why this is a bad idea. Because I think I can't think of something other than rug pulling the ASCII. Internet is cutting out again. Oh, that's bad. Is it me or is it your internet? Would be fitting if it was me. No, I'm actually online. No ASCII. I'm just trying it out, firstlings. But glad you're here. And it's actually pretty cool. I mean, this has always been mode B of the game. So it's nothing new, but I just ran out of letters. So I wanted to add a scorpion, but I couldn't. Well, this is... actually, I love this. It's pretty cool. Put AI slop generated images instead of ASCII. Trust. Gonna be cool and go viral. Fuzzling, you have the best ideas. That absolutely would go viral. And I mean that's what it's all about. You know it. It's pretty dangerous. That's a dead end, of course. Just a reminder that a lot of ASCII games reuse letters just with different colors to differentiate them. Originally, I've removed the ASCII and I'm looking at it. That's basically what's going on. So yeah, I've reused letters already with different colors, but it's really bad. And if I can't tell ghouls from the goblins, then how would anyone else tell? Or be able to? When your company goes worldwide and generates billions of dollars, I can become your CEO and put it into ruin. I think you'd do great, Fuzzlings, as a CEO. I'll definitely keep you in mind. So if you want to stick with the ASCII style, that's the option, yeah. I mean, I have lowercase as well, but then where's the distinction there? Is it monster size or is it just the different? Yeah, don't know. So it's hard. Is the entire world handcrafted? Yeah. What you see is all done in the editor. Except for the monsters. The monsters spawn procedurally right now. Entire world is max crafted, yeah. I think this gives the world more character as well. Or the game, I mean. The sprites. Play for the atmosphere, not the ASCII style, so don't mind change if that's the case. That's good to hear. Because I have no idea how people would react if I did this. But I mean, I was apprehensive until just a few moments ago. I actually didn't think this would work because I tried it so many times. And I still think the character sprite is like a... Yeah, it's super bland. But maybe that's not bad. And I mean, you could also pay the $20 and make it purple. Just to revive the in-joke. Jesus. I like the sprites, but only concern is that it feels like it might limit the design of the enemies a little. Could just be me failing to imagine things. Can't think of enough unique sprites. I'm sure there are. Oh yeah, there are many more sprites than letters. But I know what you mean. But I have a card up my sleeve, and that is multi-tile enemies, which is a huge pain in the ass. I tried it before, but if they don't move around much, then that's definitely something I would want to add. Would it be possible to implement an option that swaps between ASCII and sprites? No. That would satisfy both sides. Yeah, but then I still have the problem that I can't create my scorpion. Because I need the S for the ASCII version. So it's all or nothing. having both would just completely defeat the purpose and make would give me twice the work. But yeah, actually I really like this. I like that I see the zombie and I know it's a zombie. I see the raptor and I know it's a raptor. I see the spiders and I'm dead. 3D ASCII mod? Maybe not any longer. I just removed the ASCII, but yeah. 32,000 potential sprites. They're just throwing random suggestions? No, they're good suggestions. But generally I don't like options that would make one person play a different game from the next one. Does that include mirrored sprites and 1 pixel sprites? So I actually don't know what the atlas size was, but that's the limit right now. So maybe 1,000 sprites or so. I think that's what I have. And about half is taken, so. So I will still be forced to use colors, because the sprites can't depict variations. So the undead and the ghoul will have the same sprite with different colors. Or maybe slightly different, but you wouldn't be able to tell really what is what. But I would have to figure that out. But yeah, it feels much more cohesive. Everything's integrated into the world with these sprites. It's not a there's no text overlaid to describe the monsters. Could you explain the game for me? Multiple dimension ASCII game. You obviously can move between levels. So it's basically, so the game is 2D. The playfield is 2D, but there are 3 layers to it. So if I go into this hut right now, so this takes place on a different layer, and there's a deeper one for dungeons as well. But the playfield itself is 2D, but I have these 3D the 3D terrain. And I mean, if I wanted to change this, then now would actually be a good time, because I've planned to. Why are there water shimmers here? I plan to create a larger update on Steam on the 21st, because I will then have finished the coast. And with it, I need to redo all the trailers and all the artwork. And I could redo all the screenshots and that if I do the rest anyways. Which I would have to do if I change the sprites. So I have until, yeah, probably Friday to decide. And then maybe implement it next week. Yeah, but would be good to know what downsides are. Maybe immersion, but I mean the ASCII letters take you out of it as much as they help you with it. Maybe. Downsides to ASCII. No, yeah, downsides to sprites. So far I'm liking it. I was a little hesitant at first, but seeing more of the enemies growing on me. Yeah, me too. We're in the same boat. Hope you succeed, but that doesn't make me buy it. It's harsh, but it's the truth. These sprites. Or what doesn't make you buy it? How can I convince you to buy the game? Have I been here? Don't think so. It's okay, I'll buy it again. Thanks, Whitney. -1, +1. Thanks, Button Games. Appreciate it. Just keep in mind that it comes with ASCII symbols, not with this right now. Is this a dead end? Oh, no, that's where I came from. And I mean, immersion, I could do that much better with sound than with ASCII symbols. So if I had the time, I could add frog sounds here, for example, in this area. So that's also not really an argument, I think. If you ever releases it on more platforms, I'm absolutely buying it again. Thanks. On a Mac, but I'll buy it anyways, with or without ASCII. A surprising number of people bought the game on Mac, so somehow they probably got it to run, or I'm not sure. It's a one-level ASCII game. Which are we leaning to the bullshit? It's a one-level ASCII game. Level 3D objects. Is there a story in the base game? I think you should buy Skyrim or something. That's probably better suited for what you like. Oh, I have food. And I'm not sure why you're getting angry at nothing. It didn't answer my question. I'm not sure what you asked. Sorry if I missed your question. Where's that Riddler coming from? Oops. Okay, back to sprites. So I'm not sure how I would poll the community, but actually, yeah, if I decide that is the right thing to do, then I should just do it. And it would open up a whole lot more possibilities with the enemies. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, the bears look like a table. Or do they? Oh yeah, and the mammoths look like beds. Discord polls. Not sure if... So I think the majority of... Yeah, I think I actually can't reach the majority of people who bought the game. Oops. Poll the Discord at least. I can do that if I find out how it works. Consider you already built both modes. Could have an ASCII mode where it only generates from fewer monsters. So fewer monsters in the ASCII mode. But that would... I mean, that would kind of... Then I would have to design 2 games. So that's also not a possible solution. Oh, I like the crabs. Look much better than the sea. There's one bear of a table, or is it a table of a bear? I think Max Intuition has served him well so far. Will all shake out, alright. Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time, not always. I came that way. But actually, today and yesterday I've looked at the, not sure what it's called, the axioms, or the base requirements that I set for the game, and looked at the game through their lenses, and immediately came up with a whole lot of things that I want to add to the game that would take it not necessarily in a direction, but only deeper into what it is, which I think sounds much better than the Portal Islands. Maybe an ASCII dungeon where you drink an age reversing potion, and it's ASCII monsters only in that dungeon. It's an Easter egg. Oh, that's pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. Ethan would love that. Ethan is all about April Fool's jokes. So that could also be something. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this picture, it's pretty awesome. Colors, the zombies. My god, you guys gave me an idea. ASCII curse for Dimengard. That's awesome. The ASCII curse. I'm actually not sure why I was so apprehensive about using the sprites before. So I decided against sprites and for ASCII in the past, but I can't quite remember. I think it was just that it looks a bit less awkward than the sprites sliding around. Building it when I get home. Curse key. Uh-oh. Oh, and Lily, you'd be pleased to hear that the turrets now shoot after they blink. Purchase. Oh, nice, thanks. Purchase Rangedrifter. Thanks, Button Games. Really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Another drifter. Hey Ethan, we were just talking about April Fool's jokes. And Ray was inspired by that. So I'm looking into making everything sprites in the game, and the April Fool's joke would be to make everything ASCII again. So it's PC or Steam Deck. It should work on both. Where's the path? Oh, here it is. Poor deer. Actually, I want to make the deer a bit harder to catch. Like they run away and then disappear into a bush or something. Xbox 360. Atari may be a bit hard, but where am I actually in the world? Oh, here I am. Okay, this is pretty... Oh my god, what's going on here? I was just about to say this run is going pretty well. All things considered. Potion, nice. Food for days. Yeah, I think the game is too easy right now, but I'll change that. Hello. This game is too easy for you to play every day. No, like Lily beat it in like 2 sittings. Not sittings, 2 runs or 3. Some of us make it 100 steps and then die. It feels like the start of the year with these sprites. Actually kind of prefer these sprites. Yeah, they're growing on me. And I'm actually considering switching to those. But knowing me, I'll run into a severe limitation when I implemented them. But actually, should be fine. So yeah, what I'll do today after stream probably is I'll finish the last part of the coast and I'll add quicksand and I'll add probably scorpions. Yeah, I think the sprites are the way to go. Imagine I have 2 whole regions still to do with unique enemies. And I'm running out of letters already. It's my second run. Yeah, Lily has written cheats for the game already. Yeah, cheat codes are on gamefacts.com. Probably. The only times I've ever died while playing were when I backed myself into a corner. I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's how I die. I mostly die from just stupidly bashing on enemies. Because I want to get somewhere. Like that. That's not so funny. The poor zombie spawned between the NPC and the fire. Like face tanking 2 wolves for no good reason and dying. Yeah, that's a classic. Then I remember the good days where the CD box used to have the cheats in the manual. Wait, actually? Because I remember the CD boxes. But you also had these guidebooks that you could buy that explained like everything. Actually, I'm not sure what I had the guidebook for. Yeah, so far I found it a bit easy and mostly die and I get careless, but wolves are challenging. Hey Baz, thanks for buying the game. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so I can't make the enemies have more health or hit harder because they already hit pretty hard. I also can't really add more of them. Or maybe in concentrated spots that could add more challenge. Or just more traps. Different kinds of traps. And yeah, I've been also thinking about the monster scaling and experience points. I mean, they serve their purpose in that numbers go up, but also not deep or anything. So I'm not sure what I'll do. Oh. I needed to remove the coworker like last time. Talking about, I was just on a tangent about the experience and level system. Great. Say less. Oh. What is going on here? Yeah, the turrets could be a bit stronger. Maybe would be really diabolical to make them have a lot of health and hit you even when you stand next to them. That would be pretty harsh. Oh. Or I can't distinguish archers. Is that good or bad? That's bad. Turrets should poison if they don't already. And I approve of them shooting even when you're next to them. Because they're on a timer and don't shoot every turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Making them poison you also makes sense. Yeah, I think they should be dangerous. And it should really make you stop and think. You can dodge as long as you're paying attention, yeah. So they should be relatively easy to dodge, but then pretty deadly. Because I don't want to slow down the game too much. If you see a turret that you'll start counting steps, that's a bit too much. It should be more of a rhythm thing. Okay, where are the... Those are the skeletons. No idea what this V thing is. Let me see if it's used. 3, oh god, what was it? 5, 4. Nope. Okay, how do I make an archer out of this? I don't think there's a way. Nope. Change the color. Yeah, that's the easy way. Let's try the hard one first. Because I mean, they would be recognizable. With a bow and a quiver, probably. Let's just push pixels around. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. That's a zombie with a hole in the middle. Maybe if I chop off a leg. No. That's pretty hard. Is this the first roguelike style game you've made? Where did you learn the approach to developing a game like this? The approach. I mean, you just do it. And then you fail a lot of times, and then you fail less. And that's basically it. And I mean, but to to answer your question, you just look at other roguelikes. And I looked at the old roguelikes, but also not too deeply. So this is basically my version of a roguelike. It's not copied off of anything, really. Same way I do art. Just bash my head against until it's good. Yeah. So that's an important thing. If you do something creative, then most of the time, halfway through it looks like shit, and you want to stop, but you just don't stop, and then it gets better again. Oh, that's better. Solved. Okay, this is a 3, 5, 4. The real key is to just not give up. Yeah. I mean, take a break and come back later, or abandon it and find it again, but just never stop. Also, yeah, just throwing stuff away sometimes also helps. If you start the next thing, the next one immediately. You will not get my potion. I've been thinking about camps. And if I was on a long journey, I would pitch up a tent and make a fire during the night. So maybe that could be an option. Maybe I'll make the nights super dangerous, but you could sleep through them or something like that. Doesn't sound very exciting when I say it out loud, so it's just an idea. Never stop, never stopping. Yeah, with my films, games, and projects, I do it's a combination of all the things, like across genres, tropes, atmosphere, etc. It's like curating what you enjoy and everything, and everyone else is invited for the ride. Get what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, so it should have meaning to you. Otherwise, you'll never finish it. Whatever it is. I think I said that in Discord yesterday. Or am I having a deja vu? Do the monsters only move when you move? Yes. Yeah. It's turn-based. There's so many spiders. Okay. All just stood in front of my boulders. That's the way. Wait. I came from this way. Yeah, so what was the solution to backtracking? I think it's spawning the shadows. So I'll probably add that again. Oh, wriggle on the roof. Jesus. If you don't like playing your own game or watching your own work, what's the point? True. What I hate about all my creative projects is that time motivation never line up. Oh, that sucks. I either have time or I have motivation, never both. I think I know that feeling. I love to work on stuff, but it's always when I can't work on them. I think yeah, so in the jobs I previously had, I always had the greatest ideas while at work, and then I had to sit there for 8 hours not doing anything about it. Will there be a minimap, world map, or is it just fun to get lost in the woods? There may be a map in the future, but not a world map, and not a minimap either, but probably just a map that tells you what's ahead on your path. So yeah, it's the you can piece the world together if you did enough runs where everything is, and I intend to reward that knowledge in some form. in the future, but right now yeah, just what am I thinking about? First of all, a map is hard to implement. It needs artwork. Probably wouldn't really fit into what I have. I actually had a world map. It might actually still be generated, but it's just a scaled down version of the whole world in another section of the map. So it also has this 3D terrain. Think of it like the map in Skyrim, where everything is just zoomed out. But it's really hard to make a cohesive mini-map with these symbols. So I abandoned that, and yeah, it wouldn't help you anyways because you're stuck on this path. Right now, at least. There's an encounter warning system that's in the idea box right now, basically, but no map in the way you're thinking of. Encounter warning system. Is there an encounter warning system? And what is that? I have actually no idea what you mean, but it sounds interesting. The mouse code thing. Yeah, that's the idea. So a linear map at the top of the screen, but that's just an idea. That's not planned, because there's I would need relevant things to show, or I have the map, because right now everything's pretty moment to moment. Oh, damn it. Poor dear. Stuck there. There's no path. So yeah, the turrets are... I've been thinking about the trap placement. On the one hand, the spike traps are sometimes... The placement of those, the random placement is crazy good sometimes. And if I were to place them all by hand, then that would be a huge effort. But of course I could place them better than the algorithm that just does it randomly. But for the turrets, that's they are often placed badly. They would benefit from being placed by hand. And it's actually kind of a lost opportunity, like this one. That's okay. I mean, it threatens the bridge upwards, but it's super easy to destroy. So I did say in the idea box, okay. I've been giving work I do not want to do. Oh, that's bad. I like the randomness of these spike traps. Come out of nowhere at times. I like the uncertainty. I mean, I could give you that with the hand-placed traps. But yeah, I also like these spikes because they surprise me all the time. Oops. I need to eat. Okay, I mean, I'm still not 100% sure, but I think these sprites are the way to go. But how do I explain that to my customers? I mean, it's not like they will lose anything. Well, maybe. But the old version will stay up. But if they really want to, they can hack it into the game again, the ASCII. There's nothing stopping them. Oh, Jesus. They just need to swap out the hex values. The only thing with hand-placed traps is being able to memorize where they are. Feels like it would diminish their effectiveness. Yeah, that's the downside. So especially in very recognizable locations, you can learn their layout. But I mean, if the game would be really hard, then that would be to your advantage. So yeah, I'll have to look and see. But basically I want to go back to everything placed by hand. But that is, I'm not sure if that's feasible until next week. Because it's just a lot of work. And I mean, it works fine with the procedural placement. But yeah, the more monster types I get, the more strange that will become. Yeah, but anyways. Okay, guys, I'm going offline. I'm working on the final coast, and thank you all so much for stopping by. Bye, Ethan. I'll see you all in Discord. Yeah, and yeah, thanks for all your support. Really appreciate it, and thanks Button Games for buying the game and stopping by. All right, OBS, and say goodbye. Bye, guys.